Good evening, I'm Matt Woodman. This is CTV News at 5. Tonight, the strike is on. The Alberta Teachers Association says its members will walk off the job Monday. Taking tally, the Forever Canadian petition reveals how many signatures have been collected so far. And pitching new ideas, a local group trying to decide what to do with this big baseball bat.
CTV Edmonton, local breaking news with Matt Woodman.
Any chance for a last-minute deal between Alberta teachers and the province was squashed today. The Alberta Teachers Association says the strike is going ahead on Monday. CTV's Nara Manisa joins us in studio with the latest. So, Nara, the province is also putting out a warning to parents planning to access financial support during the teacher strike.
Yes, Matt, the province is offering eligible parents $30 per day for kids 12 and under to help with childcare and tutoring costs. You need to sign up through the Alberta Parent Payment Portal. That site will open October 13th. And the province says any page asking you to sign up for it now is a scam. The province is also offering more money for families who receive the childcare subsidy for out-of-school care. It will increase to a maximum of $644 to align with summer rates. The temporary increase will come into effect after 5 consecutive days of a strike and apply for all of October. The province is also offering education grants if parents choose to enroll their child for homeschooling, up to $450 per child. Now, during the strike, provincial heritage sites and museums will be free for Albertans 18 and under. That includes the Royal Alberta Museum. Now, teachers will not be picketing as they will not be paid during the strike. Instead, they will be holding rallies across the province. The first 2 are this Sunday, one in Edmonton and one in Calgary. Edmonton's will be outside the legislature. Matt.
All right, Nara Manisa live in studio tonight. Thank you. Police have charged a man in a crash that killed another man on White Mud Drive. Ashton Wilson was killed in June after pulling his van over on the side of the White Mud at 111th Street. He got out to check something when a semi hit him. Wilson died there. A 4-year-old girl inside the van was not hurt. A 38-year-old is charged with dangerous driving causing death. A 73-year-old man is dead after being hit by a truck in southwest Edmonton this morning. Police say the man was crossing 23rd Avenue at Stillwater Boulevard when he was hit. Someone nearby attempted to help the man but was unable to. Police believe low light in the area may have been a factor in the crash. The driver of the truck remained at the scene. 26 people have died in a traffic collision in Edmonton this year. Edmonton police hope a sexual assault suspect can be identified by this sketch. In early July, a boy or teenager approached a group of parents and children at a playground near 109th Street and 162nd Avenue. He asked if he could play with the kids. Police believe he then took an 8-year-old girl into a nearby wooded area and assaulted her. Police say they're releasing this sketch after exhausting all other ways of identifying a suspect. He has black hair and is about 5'6" to 5'8" tall. He was wearing a white t-shirt with a logo across the chest, white running shoes, and light blue jeans. The province is cracking down on what it calls bad actors in the trucking industry. The Alberta government has ordered the closure of 5 commercial driver training schools and revoked the licenses of 12 instructors. It also removed 13 commercial trucking companies from the road for various safety-related issues. 7 of those companies were identified as chameleon carriers. Those are companies that tried to avoid regulatory oversight by changing names or relocating operations across jurisdictions. More than $100,000 worth of penalties have also been issued. The province says it will continue to take tough enforcement against commercial driver training schools and carriers to improve safety across the trucking industry. A petition to keep Alberta a part of Canada has gathered more than 2/3 of its required signatures. The Forever Canadian petition was started by former Alberta Deputy Premier and MLA Thomas Lukaszuk. Thousands of volunteers have been campaigning since the summer to gather the 300,000 signatures needed to meet the threshold for a petition set out by Elections Alberta. Lukaszuk says 230,000 signatures have been signed so far.
We're tracking well, and but we don't take this for granted. We still know that we have a large number, perhaps 100,000 signatures that we have to collect to feel comfortable at the end of the day.
Lukasik will continue touring the province in order to get the required number of signatures. The deadline to sign the petition is October 28th. 20 years after it became the Avenue of Champions, 118th Avenue between 97th Street and Northlands Coliseum is rebranding. The Business Association says many do not identify with the slogan anymore, so they're looking for something new. It means more than 200 pieces of infrastructure, including the huge baseball bat, could be removed. CTV's Nicole Weisberg reports.
They've lined Alberta Avenue for years, but soon these colorful metal athletes will be coming down as the community searches for a new identity.
We met with community members, stakeholders, the arts groups, the community leagues, and start asking the question if we still identify with that. The answer was overwhelmingly no, and so now we are looking into what is it then.
This portion of 118th Avenue was branded the Avenue of Champions more than 20 years ago to help revitalize the neighborhood. The $1.5 million streetscape included signage, figurines, street furniture, murals, and this.
The bat certainly just represents the championships. It represents sports.
The 15-meter-long, 900-kilogram aluminum bat was installed in 2003. At the time, it was the largest bat in Canada. The Alberta Avenue Business Association says getting rid of it is a possibility, but no decisions have been made.
We're really open to any conversations that come.
I think it's good for people who come in and see it, like who don't live in the city, but people who live in the city, I don't think really enjoy being by there in general.
Honestly, change is nice.
At the same time, I realize what the importance is of remembering how much Edmonton has won, or like even if it's just in the sports.
The Edmonton Riverhawks say it is just a coincidence they made an April Fool's Day joke about moving the bat to Remax Field earlier this year. However, they'd love to have it.
Would we love to have it here and keep it around the city and have it here for fans to enjoy? Yes, of course, it'd be awesome. Is it more just like a fun idea to think of? Maybe. It really would depend, I guess, cost of transporting it, laying the foundation here for it.
People can give their opinion on the rebrand on the Alberta Avenue Association website. Nicole Weisberg, CTV News, Edmonton.
The head coach of the Edmonton Oilers is sticking around for a few more seasons. The Oilers and Chris Knobloch have reached a 3-year contract extension. The 47-year-old is beginning his 3rd season with the Oilers. He has won 94 of his 151 regular season games. He also guided the Oilers to back-to-back Stanley Cup appearances. Knobloch says he's excited.
The last couple of years have been phenomenal, and to be able to work for this organization, I'm very blessed with having talented players, but also players with outstanding character who want to win. And then also the staff and everybody else I worked with has been a completely fabulous experience for me.
Knobloch and the Oilers wrap up the preseason tonight in Vancouver against the Canucks. That game begins at 8 o'clock. Geoscience fun is being promised at the University of Alberta this weekend during a rock and fossil clinic. The Association of Professional Engineers and Geoscientists of Alberta is hosting an event for students from elementary school to grade 12. Rare rocks, minerals, and paleontology specimens will be on display. You can also bring in your own rock and fossil finds to be identified by experts.
People can learn the depth and breadth of geoscience, and they will get to engage with our volunteers and our geoscience experts and professional geoscientists who really are just passionate about sharing what they know.
The Rock and Fossil Clinic is open tomorrow from 10 until 4 at the U of A's Earth Sciences building. Well, Corey, I'm hoping this weekend's forecast doesn't leave me between a rock and a hard place.
Well, it could. We're going to be a little bit on the chilly side as we go throughout the weekend. We've got a bit of a cold front heading our way, and that's going to drop our temperatures off, and we've got cool air moving in behind, and so a cool weekend coming our way. As we look outside right now, a little bit on the gray side. We reached our high a couple hours ago, and as we take a look at our almanac for today, we reached a high of 19. Average seasonal high is 12. We'll take a look at that shortly, but right now we are flying high with the CTV drone. As you can see, the foliage changing quite nicely. A lot of green and gold out there as we look towards the Edmonton skyline. A lot of cloud moving in. That cloud is going to be sticking around, and with it bringing a chance of showers as we go throughout the evening. As I said, a high of 19 for today. Average seasonal high is 12. We started off at 5 this morning. Average seasonal low is 1. As we take a look at our calendar, that puts us as 3 days so far this month above average seasonal high. But for tomorrow and Sunday, we'll be right around normal, which is right around 12, 13 degrees, but it's just going to feel cool because we've been above average for much of September and for the beginning of the month so far. So let's take a look at the forecast as we go throughout the evening. A 60% chance we could see some showers. It looks like around 8 o'clock through the evening. Overnight, we start off at 5 degrees again, a little bit of a breeze overnight, and then as we go throughout tomorrow, winds pick up, a little bit gusty, 11 for a high for tomorrow. And then as we go throughout tomorrow evening, a slight chance of scattered showers. Average seasonal high for tomorrow is 12, so we're right around that for Saturday, just above it for Sunday at 13. But then our temperatures do start to climb once again. We have a nice little warm-up at the beginning of next week, 14 on Monday, even warmer temperatures to follow. We'll talk 5-day next time we chat weather. Matt.
All right, Corey, thanks very much. Coming up next on CTV News, impeding an investigation, rumors in social media pulling a missing persons case in multiple directions.
I can say that there is a lot of misinformation.
Coming up Monday on Your Morning, how you can help Edmonton's hungriest ahead of the Thanksgiving holiday and make your donation go further, plus how to help if someone you love is grieving.
Your Morning Edmonton, weekdays.
You by James H. Brown Injury Lawyers, the heavy hitters of injury law.
You're watching CTV News at 5.
Edmonton police say rumors in social media have complicated their investigation into a missing 14-year-old boy. Samuel Bird's family has been focused on the North Saskatchewan River, while police now say his body is likely west of Edmonton. CTV's Nicole Lampa reports.
The River Valley has been the search base for Samuel Bird's family and friends. Bird's mother says when he disappeared, she received messages saying he was in the water and was encouraged by spiritual elders to look in the river. Earlier this week, police said they respect their efforts.
Because I understand it. That said, we cannot deploy police resources to information that comes from a source like that. I wish we had the resources to do it.
Edmonton police also said they wished this case didn't attract so much social media attention.
Unprecedented, it's astounding.
About 2 weeks after Bird disappeared in June, Bueller says the missing person file became a homicide case with 9 homicide detectives and others working on it. Detective Jared Bueller says soon after, videos and online misinformation surfaced. In one instance, he says investigators tracked down a young man in BC who posted something but had no connections to Edmonton or Samuel Bird.
I can say that there is a lot of misinformation. It is cost us a significant amount of time that could have been otherwise spent investigating actual evidence.
A criminologist says social media adds to the police workload.
You have to basically put out every single social media fire in order to get a conviction.
Bird's family is seeking justice and closure.
On car rides, certain songs break me down in tears because they remind me of my Sammy.
His laughter, his spirit, and his love are what define him, not the circumstances of his disappearance.
Bird's mother says a sacred fire will stay in place at Dawson Park. Their focus now, though, is to help police look on rural properties west of Edmonton as far as Edson, where police believe Bird's remains were hidden. Nicole Lampa, CTV News, Edmonton.
A free breast cancer screening event happening in Edmonton tomorrow is completely booked up. Canada Diagnostic Centres is hosting the event. The initiative promotes early detection and awareness during Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
It is for women's ages 40 and up, and it's just for them to talk to doctors to get more information and just the benefits of screening mammograms.
Appointments for the event are completely booked up. Women between the ages of 45 and 74 can book a screening mammogram without a referral through Alberta Health Services. Still to come tonight on CTV News, downhill deals. Marmot Basin introduces a new way to get kids on the ski hill this year.
We're trying to make skiing as affordable as possible for families to get them out on the slopes.
Programming brought to you by James H. Brown Injury Lawyers, the heavy hitters of injury law.
Smoky Lake tomorrow. The town northeast of Edmonton has been celebrating its pumpkins at an annual fair for 35 years. Don Cruz has won the top award for growing the largest pumpkin every year since 2016. Last year, his gourd weighed in at nearly 1,000 kilograms. His largest pumpkin weighed 1,015 kilograms a few years back. And for those of you who don't know kilograms the way I don't, that's about 2,200 pounds.
Wow.
That's a big old jack-o'-lantern. Can you imagine carving that thing out? Like the guts that would be coming out of that.
Make a lot of pumpkin pies
Yes,
after that.
you could. I like that idea even better.
Yeah.
The weather this weekend, though, cooling off. I don't like that so much.
No, and it's funny because we're going to be cooler, but we're not going to be cold. We're just going to be more seasonal. But we've been so much above seasonal for the last month and then the beginning of this month that it's going to feel a bit on the chilly side. So we're going to be close to seasonal. We're just not used to it. Right now, you're taking a live look through the Action Furnace River Valley Skycam. Action Furnace fixed right, or it's free 17 degrees. The camera's shaking a bit. We're starting to see winds pick up a little bit and seeing some showers in and around the region as a cold front is making its way in. We can see the difference in air masses. If we take a look here, we've got this cold front, so we've got cooler air to the northwest, warmer air, which we are in. But that is starting to move into our region. The wind is starting to kick up. We are starting to see some scattered showers. There's that line right there, the cold front. We're not getting the full cloud image here, but we can see the showers and rain in behind there. So cooler air moving in. Not a big drop in temperature, just cooler than we're used to. We are starting to see some scattered showers in our region. A little bit heavier towards Lac La Biche, Athabasca, Drayton Valley, and Rocky. But right now, it looks like the northeast corner of the city, we are seeing some showers there. We do expect to see them scattered and moving into the Edmonton area as we progress throughout the evening. We can see that there's that cold front moving through. Cooler air in behind there. It continues to push off. Let's take a look, though, off towards the Mount Parks and higher elevations. We could see some snow and wet snow into the early morning hours. As we progress throughout Saturday, Calgary could see some rain, and then Saturday night, Calgary and areas west could possibly see a bit of a rain-snow mix. So a bigger change for Calgary as we go throughout the evening tomorrow into Sunday, and then after that, clearing out. It's just going to be a little bit cooler. As we take a look at tomorrow's lows, 5 for Slave Lake, for us around 4 or 5 degrees, Red Deer 2, Calgary 6. We're just not expecting a bigger warm-up as we've seen over the last little while. 8 for Slave Lake, Whitecourt 8, Edson 6, could see some showers, possibly some wet snow towards Jasper 7, 9 Banff, Calgary 9, could see some scattered showers, and then Saturday evening, possibly a rain-snow mix as you move out towards Canmore, a better chance of that. For us here in Edmonton, as we go throughout the evening, scattered showers. Tomorrow morning, we start off with a mix of sun and cloud, 5 degrees, a little bit breezy, and windy periods as we go throughout the afternoon, 11 for a high for tomorrow. Average seasonal high is 12, so still close to that. It's just not as warm as we've been. 13 on Sunday, so a little bit warmer and more sun, and then a little bit more of a warm-up. By Tuesday, we could see a temperature of around 18, 16 on Wednesday, so we're not done with the warmth. There's more to come our way. The extended forecast doesn't look too bad either. I will have more details on that in the 6 o'clock newscast. But again, as we go throughout the evening, winds will pick up a little bit. Could see some more scattered showers as we progress throughout the evening. Tomorrow, a high of 11, and then 13 on Sunday, and more sun as we go throughout the day on Sunday. Matt.
All right, Corey, thank you. Marmot Basin can't wait for the snow to fly. The ski hill in Jasper is targeting a mid-November opening with some new deals to bring in families. Marmot will be offering free lift passes for kids 12 and under until December 19th. They will also get free rentals and a free breakfast in the Caribou Cafeteria. The ski resort's vice president says potential visitors may have been uncertain about visiting Jasper last winter after the wildfire. He says Marmot wants to help make skiing a little more accessible.
We're trying to make skiing as affordable as possible for families to get them out on the slopes. We know they enjoy skiing in the wintertime and getting out there. So we've come up with some programs here to make it more affordable.
Rhodes says there are also family deals on passes. He says there's a lot of new terrain this year for more advanced and expert skiers. Marmot's opening date will be firmed up closer to November. When we return, showgirl success, how local businesses are cashing in thanks to Taylor Swift's new album.
We'll probably have about 500 people at least.
CTV News at 5 continues.
Programming brought to you by the music of Star Wars with your Edmonton Symphony Orchestra. Learn more at winspearcenter.com.
Coming up on CTV News at 6, several children are recovering after being exposed to pepper spray at a Northwest Edmonton playground. Plus, new data from Stats Canada reveals most Canadians now classify as overweight or obese. And buckle up, baseball fans. Canada's only Major League team is set to take on its division rival in the postseason for the first time. Those stories and more tonight on CTV News at 6 with Jeff Hastings.
Veronica, did you have salt on your station?
Yes, I did.
Okay. I'm getting under seasoning throughout the whole thing pretty stridently.
Okay.
I like all the different applications to it. I just wanted there to be some salt.
I agree with you. It could definitely use some salt. And I'll say, I think you played it very safe.
That was Veronica, thank you. McCrae presenting her fish taco recipe on MasterChef Canada. She was one of 3 chefs sent home during the first episode of Season 8. You can watch that episode on ctv.ca or on Crave. MasterChef Canada aired at a special time yesterday. It will now move to Tuesdays right here on CTV. The release of Taylor Swift's latest album is providing a boost to some local businesses. Swifties can dance the night away to Swift's 12th album, The Life of a Showgirl, tonight at the Starlight Room. It's not the first time the venue has held a Taylor Swift-themed dance party. Tonight's, though, might just be the biggest.
We'll probably have about 500 people at least. So you could just expect a very excited audience that screams every single word to every single song, top to bottom.
Listening parties are also being held at Campio, Epic Market, Mulla Market, and Rollers Roller Rink. University of Alberta music professor Alexander Carpenter teaches a course on pop music analysis. He spoke on Your Morning Edmonton about Swift's success, comparing her to the Great One.
Wayne Gretzky as a player was intuitive, and everything seemed quite effortless. And then, of course, along with that, there's the awareness that this is years and years and years of grinding and a deep awareness of the game.
Cineplex theaters are also playing a short film featuring behind-the-scenes footage throughout the weekend. And that's our show. Thanks for watching. I'm Matt Woodman. CTV News continues right now.